University of Rhode Island 4-H program. I'm a member of the URI CIFAR Stride team. Today, we're going to be talking about chemistry in the kitchen. Did you know that every time you bake in your own kitchen at home, you're actually doing a chemical experiment? Pretty cool, huh? Let me show you what I mean. Today, I made 4 batches of my favorite basic muffin recipe. Sometimes I like to add fruits or even veggies to my recipe to make it a healthy snack. But today, I just stuck with my basic recipe. However, in 3 of the 4 batches, a key ingredient is missing. So let's see what happened. The ingredients in my basic muffin recipe are 1 egg beaten, a half a cup of milk, any variety will do, a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a half a cup of sugar, 1½ cups of flour, all-purpose, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a ½ teaspoon of salt. I baked them all in my oven at the same temperature for the same amount of time, 400 degrees for 16 minutes. So those are my 4 muffin batches. And remember, in 3 of the batches, an ingredient was missing. All the ingredients are really important, and by mixing them all together in the right way, putting them in the oven and adding heat, we actually undergo physical and chemical changes. There are 2 types of heat reactions, exothermic and endothermic. If heat is given off by the mixture, it is exothermic. If we have to add heat to the mixture to make the reaction happen, it is endothermic. Because we put the muffins in the oven, we added heat. Therefore, baking muffins is an endothermic reaction. This is how the muffin batter becomes a muffin. So let's take a look. By comparing the results of the 4 muffins I made, we can explore why each ingredient is so important. So here are my muffins. The first muffin has all the ingredients. The second muffin has no oil. The third muffin has no egg. And the 4th muffin has no baking powder. So let's go back to the muffin with all the ingredients. Looks yummy. The next muffin we have here is missing the oil. That means it has no fat. It looks like the muffin did rise, but it's very dry and dense. This is because the fat coats the protein in the flour with an oily layer, and this prevents the formation of too much gluten, which is a type of protein. When there's too much of this gluten, the muffin is very dry and dense. If we move on to the third muffin, this muffin is missing the egg. It seems like it might fall apart. Eggs have proteins in them, which are important for structure of the muffin. When we beat the egg, those proteins break apart and tangle together, forming a matrix. This acts like a net that holds in air bubbles, and when you heat the protein, the bonds get even stronger, so the muffin gets nice and fluffy. Without the egg, the protein is not there, and the muffin is crumbling. Lastly, this muffin has no baking powder. The baking powder contains an alkali, which is sodium bicarbonate and an acid. When the acid and the alkali react together and release water and carbon dioxide gas, this makes the muffin rise. So, when you leave out the baking powder, this reaction doesn't happen, and the bubbles of carbon dioxide gas don't form, and you have a flat, not so fluffy muffin. So there you have it. Important chemical reactions happen all the time in the kitchen. Baking really is a science. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Christina with Project Stride.